Moving up to post time now. And the flag is raised. And they're off. 3 miles and half a furlong is the distance of the Virgin Bet Doncaster handicap hurdle. And there'll be 10 flights for them to cross. Swift Jet is the first to lead, with Geordie Knight, the grey, racing in second. The short price favourite, Mr. Griffiths, is towards the inside, and he's in a dispute of third in the very early stages, with Scarp Dove on his outside, and wider is the mare Highbury Hill. The last duo around the turn, Les's Destiny Star, and he's racing alongside poor old Mackley. So they're about to face up to the first flight of hurdles, with Harry Bannister and Swift Jet holding the advantage as they cross over this first flight. Swift Jet by about 3 lengths. A mistake in second came from Geordie Knight, although he still maintains second place after that mistake. In third is Highbury Hill, and then Mr. Griffiths to the inside in fourth. Racing alongside him is Scarp Dove. Then a length back to Les's Destiny Star, and the back marker is poor old Mackley as they make the run now along the side of the course and very shortly coming into the home straight. And they're taken into the turn by Swift Jet, a lead of a couple of lengths over Geordie Knight in second, bidding to give Tom Broughton and trainer Nick Kent a double on the card. And then Highbury Hill towards the outside is in third. Scarp Dove and Mr. Griffiths in fourth and fifth, racing together. Previous course winner in a bumper, Les's Destiny Star, is last but one, and poor old Mackley is still the back marker. Still about a furlong to go before they rise over flight number 2, and Swift Jet still has the lead. Swift Jet to Geordie Knight, who made that mistake at the only flight they've taken so far. They've now reached flight number 2, and Swift Jet is just been ridden into it and jumps it well. Much better jump in second by Geordie Knight. And then on his outside is Highbury Hill. Followed then towards the inner by Mr. Griffiths. And then out wide is Les's Destiny Star, racing alongside Scarp Dove, and still last is poor old Mackley. Racing now through the 2 mile start, so they're now at 1/3 distance, and they're still led by Swift Jet, although his lead now has been reduced by Geordie Knight. Little between them as they approach the flight before the enclosures, and this will be flight number 3. Geordie Knight on the near side, Swift Jet on the far side. Break of a couple of lengths to Highbury Hill, who took that flight in third position. Mr. Griffiths is in fourth. He races to the inner of Scarp Dove, and still the last duo, Les's Destiny Star and poor old Mackley. Into the turn by the St. Ledger start, and now they're about to encounter those 4 flights taken in rapid succession. And Swift Jet still leads the way to Geordie Knight in second. The one who's been taken quite wide as they go along this section of the course is Les's Destiny Star by rider Keelan Woods. The others more sticking to the inside. Swift Jet and Geordie Knight now kick on. They've got a break of over 5 lengths back to Highbury Hill in third, and Scarp Dove is in fourth as they got over that flight of hurdles. Then Les's Destiny Star. Mr. Griffiths has been relegated to 6th now. He only has poor old Mackley behind him as they go over the second of the flights taken down this section of the course, and on now towards halfway. And it is Geordie Knight who's now taken over the front-running role to on the inside Swift Jet, although there'll still be little between them as they rise. Swift Jet back through on the inner. And down at the back of the field is Mr. Griffiths. Mr. Griffiths has fallen at flight number 6. So the short price favourite is out of the race. He's up quickly. So too rider John O'Neill Jr. And now this is a race that's very much up for grabs. They've crossed over flight number 7. They've got 3 more flights of hurdles to take. Swift Jet and Geordie Knight, the first 2. And now they've got a break of about 2.5 lengths over Les's Destiny Star. And Highbury Hill to the inside and Scarp Dove. And the back marker now is poor old Mackley. Now they've entered the final mile on this long turn before they encounter the third last. Swift Jet has always been to the fore, and so too Geordie Knight. They're still the first 2, with Les's Destiny Star getting a little closer around their outside. He's now just third. Then the vivid orange sleeves and cap of Scarp Dove towards the inside. Ridden along now is Highbury Hill. And the widest stall is poor old Mackley, but they're still very tightly bunched as they now approach this third last flight of hurdles. They're going over it with on the inside Swift Jet, tackled all the while by Geordie Knight. Now getting a ridden on the inside is Highbury Hill. Scarp Dove is travelling well at this point, moving through in a share of third. Les's Destiny Star now back to fifth, and poor old Mackley is sixth and last. Entering the final 3/4 of a mile. 2 more flights of hurdles to take to the inside. Swift Jet on his outside the grey, Geordie Knight, and the other 4 lining up across the course. Poor old Mackley around the outside of Les's Destiny Star. And now Scarp Dove is ridden for the first time, and Highbury Hill is now beginning to drop herself right out the back of the field. She's the one who's struggling very badly. So up the home straight they race, on now towards the second last flight of hurdles. Just less than a half mile to go. Right over on the far side is Swift Jet. The grey is Geordie Knight. Then towards the near side, Scarp Dove into third. Back to fourth, Les's Destiny Star, and then poor old Mackley, and tailed off is Highbury Hill. On the run now between the final 2 flights of hurdles, and Swift Jet and Harry Bannister opening up a break once again. Now the nearest challenger appears to be on the near side rail, and that is Scarp Dove. Back into third, Geordie Knight. Still a 1/4 mile to go. 200-yard run in after the final flight. Swift Jet still grinding it out in front. The lead is around about 10 lengths as he approaches this final flight of hurdles. Swift Jet is at it, and he jumps it well to Scarp Dove, who is over in second. In third, Geordie Knight, and there about another half furlong clear of the fourth, Les's Destiny Star up towards the line. A return to form for Swift Jet, who wins back over hurdles. In second came Scarp Dove. In third will be Geordie Knight. And a long wait for the fourth, who is Les's Destiny Star. And a faller at the final flight of hurdles is poor old Mackley.
First, number 3, Swift Jet. Second, number 8. Third, number 6. And the fourth placed horse, number 4. The provisional result of the Virgin Bet Doncaster handicap hurdle race. First, number 3, Swift Jet. Second, number 8, Scarp Dove. Third, number 6, Geordie Knight. And the fourth placed horse, number 4, Lee's Destiny Star.
Third, back to fourth, Les's Destiny Star, and then poor old Mackley, and tailed off is Highbury Hill. On the run now between the final 2 flights of hurdles, and Swift Jet and Harry Bannister opening up a break once again. Now the nearest challenger appears to be on the near side rail, and that is Scarp Dove. Back into third, Geordie Knight. Still a 1/4 mile to go. 200-yard run in after the final flight. Swift Jet still grinding it out in front. The lead is around about 10 lengths as he approaches this final flight of hurdles. Swift Jet is at it, and he jumps it well to Scarp Dove, who is over in second. In third, Geordie Knight, and there about another half furlong clear of the fourth, Les's Destiny Star up towards the line. A return to form for Swift Jet, who wins back over hurdles. In second came Scarp Dove. In third will be Geordie Knight, and a long wait for the fourth, who is Les